great time for that conversation because coming off summer, a lot of lightning, a lot of surge, which is what we'll see, during the summertime. But then you go into winter and you start picking up these winter storms. You got pipe breaks, you got plumbing failures. Even from the outside, you have water that can be coming in through the roof. You have ice damming up in the Northeast and the Midwest during the winter time, and then also you're going to deal with probably some surface water issues as well. So there's it can come in from the outside, and on the inside, with freezing, you're going to have some plumbing breaks, even appliance failures, right? That can all lead to water damage. Especially if you're in a 2-story house and you got a pipe that breaks upstairs, and then everything on the first floor can be exposed to that water coming down. And if it's coming from the roof, top down, all of these electronics, your appliances, everything can be exposed to potential water damage there. It's important, again, to look at it. Chris had alluded to, even during the winter, you're going to have ice and snow build up on trees, and trees are going to come down and pull power lines down. You're going to see surge that way. But it's important to look at everything, because what we find as we're looking at these electronics and these appliances, that while some might be damaged, it doesn't mean everything is damaged. We often find that there's some working condition. So it's important to actually, take a look at every item and do the proper testing to make sure you've got the proper scope of damage.
Sure. I think you make a good point too. We focus sometimes on what the cause of loss was, as we should, right? But sometimes we get out and look at items and it's just simple wear and tear, right? Or to your point, it's non-damaged, but you still need to look at those things to determine that they are in working condition. So, Chris, I know you deal with a lot of StrikeCheck claims assessments throughout your day-to-day. Paul touched on a lot of the perils. Any of them that may have slipped by that you can think of that StrikeCheck often sees when it is relating to on-site inspections?
Yeah, there are definitely a few additional ones. I mean, Paul hit on a lot of them. Water is probably the number one that we're seeing right now. Obviously, just coming out of the summer season, coming into the fall season, we usually see historically have seen some big storms start to come through. And when that happens, there's always damages associated with things like water and high voltage surge and different things of that nature, even wind damages, things of that context. But there's also theft vandalism type claims that we get involved in, where there may be some theft of some solar equipment on a property location or vandalism to an insured's electrical system or something of that nature. We also get involved in fire-related claims too. We handled a lot of claims out in the California area due to the wildfires that came through, assessing the electronics and appliances, also assessing the electrical system at the property for was it damaged via the smoke fire event? What is the repairability of it? Things of that nature. So pretty much, as we were talking about earlier, any and everything related to the perils we can inspect. We even get involved in situations where potential mechanical breakdown of an appliance or something like that to determine what that is. So kind of a wide array of things, and it really focuses on the totality of what StrikeCheck does, right? And as Paul alluded to, as of last year, 2024, 29% of the electrical items that we looked at were actually non-damaged, which again kind of highlights just the vast nature of what we do at StrikeCheck.